learning Selenium. Here first step, focus on Selenium test environment setup. Selenium test environment setup. So in the initial chapters we discussed this concept. Selenium is not an all-inclusive test tool. It requires some third-party plugins and frameworks in order to broaden the scope of testing. It is not a complete test tool. For example, UFT, formerly QTP. UFT is complete test tool. RFT is complete test tool. Suppose if you install UFT, formerly QTP, then you can get VB script programming language. VB script engine is built in with UFT. Next, you can write and execute SQL statements in UFT editor. UFT has MS Access engine for supporting SQL statements. But Selenium is not like that. Selenium is an open source software. It requires some third-party plugins and frameworks. First, focus on Selenium test environment setup. Here, what we selected in our training program, Selenium WebDriver, next Java programming, next TestNG. TestNG we will add later. Now only Selenium and Java. TestNG, testing framework, TestNG, testing framework, and Maven. Maven also will add later. Maven is built in Eclipse IDE. Okay. Next, focus on Selenium test environment. Today we will discuss this concept. After environment setup, after Selenium environment setup, next inspecting web elements. Inspecting web elements. Web or HTML, hypertext markup language. Inspecting web or HTML elements. Now tell me, Akila, what are the web or HTML elements in our environment? What are web elements? Tell me some examples. Hello.
Yes, sir.
What are the web elements? Give some examples.
Sir, which are using the browser?
Observe my question carefully. You know the concept, but explanation important. Try to understand the question carefully. What are the web elements in our Selenium test environment? Web elements or HTML elements. See, browser is not web element. Browser is a tool for launching and operating web applications. See, edit box is web element. Button, checkbox, radio button, drop down box, list box, combo box, image, web table, web frame, all are web or HTML elements. See, generally web elements are designed by HTML technology. So we can say web elements or HTML elements. Terminology may vary from one environment to another. For example, in UFT also functional test tool, automated functional test tool. Selenium also same. In UFT, we call object. Terminology is objects. Suppose a button is object, link is object, edit box, radio button, checkbox, all are objects. Here, we don't use object term in Selenium. Here we use element. Okay, element is having general meaning, but in our scenario, web element means object, button, link, edit box, etc. Okay, object, software object in UFT test environment is equivalent to web element in Selenium test environment. Okay, now
Okay.
we need to inspect web elements first. Why inspecting web elements? See, functional test tools are like Selenium, UFT, RFT, Silk test, test complete, etc. Functional test tools are object-based test tools or element-based test tools based on front-end objects or elements. Based on front-end objects only, they perform test operations. For example, enter username. Here, username edit box involvement, front-end object. Next, enter password edit box involvement. Next, click sign in button element or object involvement. See, functional test tools are object-based test tools. Based on front-end objects, they perform test operations. But one exemption is there for database testing. Database testing is subset of functional testing. For database testing, no front-end object reference is required. No front-end object reference required. By connecting to the application database and using SQL statements, we can conduct database testing. But primarily, functional test tools are object-based test tools or element-based test tools, so that we need to identify the elements first. We need to inspect the elements first in our web application. Inspect. Suppose in our web application 10 pages are there. Each page is having 20 objects or elements, total 200 or 250 elements. We need to inspect those elements first. Why? For conducting functional testing, automated functional testing test tool, Selenium has to recognize the elements first, then it performs actions on the elements. Suppose one test step is click Gmail link in Google homepage. If it is manual testing, we launch Google homepage, then with the mouse, manually we locate that element with our eyes. In Google homepage, Gmail link available at top right side top. Then with the mouse we click that one. That is manual testing. If it is automated testing, tool has to recognize that element first. We need to provide the instruction to Selenium. then it has to perform the action. Suppose recognizing Gmail link is locating element or recognizing element or uh, locating or recognizing or identifying element. Next, it has to perform action on the element. Action is click, click is action. Suppose edit box is there. Action is entering a value. Suppose link, click, button, click. Next, drop down box, select an item, that is action on that one. Okay, inspect web elements. Why? Our tool has to recognize the elements for performing actions on those elements in our test steps. Inspecting elements. For inspecting elements, how to inspect elements? Do you have any idea, Akila, how to inspect elements?
We have to give the position of the elements.
It is hard to understand, understand your voice. Why? Are you getting my voice properly?
Yes, sir.
But I am not getting your voice properly. What is the problem?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but some thick voice, not a disturbance, thick voice. It's hard to understand your words properly. Why? What is the problem? Are you using a laptop or desktop?
Desktop, sir. Laptop is broken.
Okay, desktop also good. Desktop also good. Say for this mic and speakers, desktop is more powerful than laptop. Then what is the problem? Are you using headphones now?
Yeah, headphones only, but the speaker is there.
Huh?
1 second. I'll do the-
Your voice is diluted voice or thick voice, not able to understand properly. See, proper interaction is required. Inspecting. Okay, na? You try to use proper device at least by Monday.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me now better?
Same. Okay, continue. No problem. See, inspecting web
Can I
element.
log into phone, sir? That will be better, I think.
Pardon?
Can I log in through phone?
Okay, try.
Because that will be better.
I'm stopping the recording. Locating, recognizing, or identifying elements in web pages using Selenium. Next, put mute. Performing actions. Performing actions. Actions on. Performing actions on web elements. Performing actions on web elements. Actions, button click, link click, edit box, entering a value. For that parameter required, and a value is parameter. Okay. Next, performing actions on web elements. Web elements. Here, using Selenium WebDriver, using Selenium WebDriver methods, API methods. No built-in features now. code, API, application programming interface method. Locating elements using Selenium element locators. Selenium supports 8 element locators that we will discuss later. You can use any one of those locators for locating the element. Next, writing Selenium test cases. Writing Selenium test cases using element locators and WebDriver commands, methods. WebDriver methods. See, these are the learning objectives here. Here, for locating elements, inspecting elements in functional test, in automated testing, two important things. See, two important things in automated testing. One is test design or writing test cases. Test design. Another is test execution. These two are the important tasks. Next, analyzing result. That is not the tool responsibility. Next, reporting defects. That is not the tool responsibility. Next, selecting test cases for regression testing. That is not the tool responsibility, tester responsibility. Okay. Test design and test execution. These are the important tasks or things in automated testing. Say, one of the advantage of automated testing is fast. See, automated testing is faster than manual testing. That is one of the advantage. Here, in these two things, in case of test design, manual testing is fast or automation is fast?
Automation.
No.
No, test design manual.
Test design, manual testing some better. You can write test steps in Excel like spreadsheet or using any test management tool. But if it is automated testing, you need to write the test steps.
Test case.
Test steps means set of test steps is called test case. Okay.
Yes.
We need to write the test steps manual. We need to means user put mute. User need to instruct the test tool. Test tool provides necessary interface. You need to write the test steps using tool feature. If we have next programming features, etc. So in case of test design, automated testing takes some time than manual testing. So we can't save the time in case of test design. Next, in test execution, automated testing is faster. Why? With single click, you can execute a test case or a series of test cases, test batches. Tool is software. It can execute tests quickly. If it is manual testing, we need to operate the application, AUT, application under test. Suppose launch browser, one of our test step in our test case, launch browser. We need to launch the browser. Next, enter so and so URL, navigate to so and so URL, enter username, time taking process. If it is automated testing, test execution is simple. Tool can execute tests quickly. Tool is software. Here, one more thing. Tested design is one-time activity. It may take time, but it is one-time activity. Okay. Sometimes we may edit our test cases. That is rare, but most of the time test design is one-time activity. But test execution is not one time, is not a one-time activity. Multiple times. Suppose sanity test cases are there. We execute sanity tests on every build, every version of software. Next, regression cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3. We execute some test cases on different modified builds, multiple builds. So test case execution is not an one-time activity. In case of test case execution, definitely we can save that time. So overall, we can save that time in automated testing. Automated testing is faster than manual testing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, here, observe for writing test cases. For writing test cases. The executing test case is very simple. If you select run command, it can execute. It is very simple. Writing test case is time taking task. For writing test cases, observe the steps. First, manual test case is required now for automating.
Yes, sir. Requirement.
Requirement. Say in manual testing, we focus on requirements. In automated testing, we select manual test cases and automate now.
Yes.
Generally, we don't write automated test cases from scratch. 99% we select existing manual test cases and automate. We select existing test cases. So we are not working with requirements directly. Getting?
Sir.
Manual test cases for automation. Manual test cases for automation. Mute, some disturbance coming. After answering the question or after asking the query, put mute. Okay. Manual test cases for automation. This is prerequisite. This is prerequisite. This is prerequisite. Next, automating test cases. In this automating test cases, observe the steps. Inspecting elements using a web browser. Inspecting elements. Next, locating elements using locating elements using Selenium element locators. Selenium element locators. Next, performing actions on the elements. Performing actions on the elements using Selenium WebDriver API methods. These are not sufficient for writing test cases now. Creating object
Test data.
repositories.
Okay.
Object repositories. Object repositories. Why object repositories? Why object repositories?
You have to save those.
It is a centralized location for storing and organizing objects. By using object repositories, we can reuse elements or objects. We can reuse, and maintenance also easy. It is not mandatory, but best practice. It is an optimized way. Creating object repositories. Selenium WebDriver doesn't have any built-in feature, but using coding you can write. See, Selenium supports POM. POM. What is POM? Page Object Model. See, using POM, Page Object Model. Page Object Model. We can create object repositories. Next, handling data in the test cases. Handling data in the test cases. How to handle data in the test cases? Using programming variables now.
Yes, sir.
See, variables and data type support. Variables and data types. Variables and data types not belongs to Selenium. Programming. Suppose in our scenario, Java. Suppose if you are using Python. Variables and data types. Next, suppose repetitive execution. Code repetitive execution. Sometimes we need to repeat our test steps. For example, for data-driven testing, we need to repeat our test steps. For that, we use loop statements. Loop statements belongs to programming. Next, file handling. Suppose for test data, we use files, external files. For example, Excel file. That file handling belongs to programming. Selenium doesn't handle files directly. Next, Selenium WebDriver doesn't have built-in result report facility. See, inserting verification points and result reporting. Using testing framework, assert methods. Selenium WebDriver doesn't have built-in result report facility. By integrating with testing framework like TestNG, we can generate. Next, handling runtime errors. Handling runtime errors in test cases. How to handle runtime errors in test cases? Exception handling is there now.
Yes, sir.
Exception handling code. Exception handling belongs to
Program Java.
programming. For example, UFT, formerly QTP. In UFT is a commercial tool. It has built-in features and it supports programming VB script. If you want to handle runtime errors in UFT tests, there no test case count, test or test script. If you want to handle runtime errors in UFT tests, for that UFT built-in feature, recovery scenarios are there. Otherwise, you can use VB script exception handling code. Here in our Selenium, no built-in features. We need to use programming exception handling code only for handling runtime errors, etc.